guys, Jen Loves Wrestling here. Hope you are having a great day. Hope you are all staying happy, healthy, and safe. So today's video, of course, we are going to talk some Gen XT. We're going to cover NXT a lot today in this video because they had a big show last night leading into next week's Halloween Havoc. We're also going to run down the card for Crown Jewel as that event is taking place tomorrow. But not before we get into a little NXT UK as they had a solid show. We've seen some Shaw Samuels, we've seen some Stevie Turner, but the main event is where I really want to direct the focus. Ilya Dragunov vs. A-Kid. I highly recommend checking this match out. I would definitely give it a look, and I will give you guys a second now to get onto WWE Network or Peacock and pull that match up from NXT UK last week Thursday. But just a little warning, if you are going to do that, here comes the spoiler alert for that match. Ilya Dragunov did retain his title against A-Kid, but fantastic match as we knew it would be. So let's move on to NXT US. I am so just mouth-wateringly excited and thrilled at the prospect of Johnny Gargano versus Carmelo Hayes for the title. This is looking great. I love how this played out. I think Johnny Gargano is the right guy at the right time. And, yeah, this just works really well on a lot of levels. I think in ring, these two are going to complement each other so well, and this is going to make for a amazing match. I think Carmelo, he's still getting cheered by that crowd, and I get it. I understand why, but he needs to work a little hard to rebut that and bring out Johnny Gargano is the perfect guy for the situation to help guide that along. But you don't mention Indy Hartwell in the presence of Johnny Gargano. That was a mistake for Carmelo and Trick. And of course, Dexter Lumis also joined us in this segment to stick up for his wife. So that was a good time. I'm looking forward to a lot of fun stuff from these guys. And so we also had a three-way match on the ladies' side. One member of each team that will be competing at Halloween Havoc for the tag team titles. So from each pair, it was one person. So we had Io versus JC versus Persia. And this match did not go as planned, clearly. There was a very scary spot with JC, and I'm so happy that it seems like she's okay, and she's still going to be ready to go on Tuesday. They're still advertising that team in this match. So that is definitely the story of that one. First and foremost, so happy she's okay. That looked so nasty, and it easily could have gone a lot worse than it did. So good for JC that she was able to hopefully just shake that off. And I don't know, it could have went a lot worse, but thankfully she is okay. So the second story of that match is that the winner got to spin the wheel to determine the stipulation for that match at Halloween Havoc for the tag match, which was weird to me because who cares who spins the wheel? It's the same stipulation for everybody. So we're battling to see who gets to spin the wheel. It's a little silly, but it ended up being a scareway to hell match, which is a fancy Halloween way of saying it's a ladder match for the tag team titles at Halloween Havoc. So we also had, speaking of weird stipulations, we had LA Knight versus Grayson Waller to determine who is going to host Halloween Havoc. I know Indy has a match, so Indy and Dexter co-hosting would have been adorable, but obviously out of the question as Indy is otherwise spoken for that night in terms of in-ring competition. She is not free. She has another task at hand. So that would have been cute having them co-host, but also, why don't we just let Chucky do it? Chucky's going to be a special guest anyways. It should have been Chucky. It should have been something Halloween related. I am a fan of LA Knight, and I'm in a weird spot with Grayson Waller, but either way, neither of these guys is fit for this particular task, but we'll see how LA Knight does. As he was victorious, he definitely should be hosting things. He's definitely charismatic. He definitely is the personality for it. I would just like them to continue with the Dexter Lumis, Shotzi Blackheart trend of people who fit the Halloween kind of mold. Like myself. I could have hosted. They could have gave me a call. Yeah, in case you guys are new viewers, that stuff there year-round. Go back and watch all my videos all year long. Halloween is my second love to wrestling. So, of course, Halloween Havoc, a wrestling event, NXT. I'm looking very forward to that. So we also had the match that I want to talk about the most. That's why I'm saving, in my opinion, the best for last of last night's NXT. We kind of felt it was coming. We talked about it last week. Well, before we get to the Halloween Havoc match, let's talk about the match that Imperium had versus the Creed brothers. I loved it. Obviously, you guys know, hello. It would be pretty weird if I said I didn't, considering Marcel's in the match and he's my favorite wrestler in the world. You guys know me by now better than that. Of course I'm going to love it, but here is also why I love it. Because I really like the Creed brothers as well. And this match was very interesting to me when I seen that these two teams were going to go at it, because they're both gaining momentum right now. They're both in a place where neither one could afford to eat an L clean. So I am beyond happy with the way the match itself went in ring-wise. Gorgeous match. Absolutely gorgeous match. Also happy that there was interference pro and against Imperium, because it evened up the sides. This whole match, it was very even all the way down the stretch, and Marcel did manage to pull it off at the end, of course. Imperium victorious here. I will tell you about that in a second, but I just want to reference Roderick Strong grabbing Marcel's leg during the match, and then also Ike Manjiro and Kushida came out and, kind of created a melee on the outside. So, distraction was pro and against Imperium, as it was pro and against the Creed brothers. Even things out, but Marcel managed to pick up that big win. So proud of him. He got that W, and we are setting up. Guys, I knew it, and I can't wait, and I know it's going to happen next week. I know it's going to happen. And we're going to have a Mars celebration. Imperium versus MSK at Halloween Havoc. Cannot wait. Speaking of Halloween Havoc, let's just jump over there real quick, and we already just talked about the tag team match. We talked about the women's tag team match. So let's get the singles competition stuff going here. Continuing on the title, Wavelength. Raquel versus Mandy Rose for the women's title, and we also have Ciampa versus Braun Breaker for the men's title. So that rounds out Halloween Havoc for now. Let's also run down real quick the card for Crown Jewel tomorrow. In case anybody is unaware of it or just wants a quick recap on everything, we have Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. The story there is that Paul Heyman he has made his allegiance clear vocally to Roman Reigns, but we still are not 100% convinced at this point where Paul Heyman lies in this story. Big E versus Drew McIntyre. This one's been... The build-up has been, it's the same thing they're doing with Ciampa and Braun, where it's like they team up together, but they're going to be rivals, and it's always a little weird when they do that, but Big E's personality and Drew's makes these segments work. So those two are going at it tomorrow as well. We have Goldberg versus Bobby Lashley. We have Edge versus Seth Rollins. We have Becky Lynch versus Bianca versus Sasha Banks. And we also have RK Bro versus AJ and Omos. Giving you guys subtly my thoughts on those matches. We have the Women's King of the Ring Finals. The Women's Queen of the Ring Finals. The Men's King of the Ring Finals. And we also have the match that I am possibly looking forward to the most. It's a pretty good card, honestly. And by the way, in case you guys haven't heard, one of the people in this match, speaking of, he did tweet out the proceeds of this show are going to charity. I know a lot of people have issues with Crown Jewel, and I completely understand that. I will be watching this event, just the same way I do all WWE events. But the proceeds are going to charity. I think that is worth mentioning, though. And the person that tweeted that out was Mustafa Ali, one of my long time favorites. Versus Mansoor. I was not ready for their tag team to end, but here we are, and it's going to make for an absolutely incredible, possibly show-stealing match. Good luck to both these guys. It's looking pretty good for Mansoor here. He's got a bit of a streak going there, but I am just huge fan of them both. Super looking forward to this. Hope you guys enjoy the show. Enjoy the show tomorrow. Enjoy the show tomorrow. I'm not editing that out. It's super weird, but I don't care. Enjoy the show tomorrow if you are watching it. And I'm definitely looking very, very forward to Halloween Havoc. Hopefully, next time you guys see me on YouTube, we will be having ourselves a Mar celebration. I love you guys. Thank you. If you enjoyed what you saw, like, subscribe, share, all that stuff. Have a good day. Mwah!